Persons with disabilities are among the most marginalized groups in Zambia. For planning purposes, the government of the Republic of Zambia has estimated that Zambia has approximately 1.3 million persons with disabilities, equivalent to approximately 10% of the population by World Health Organization standards. The 2015 National Disability Survey indicates that the overall prevalence of disability in Zambia was at 7.7%. This means that nearly 1 million Zambians have one form of disability or another. This is a significant increase in the estimate for disability prevalence from the 2% of national population recorded in the 2010 National Population Census. Persons with disabilities in Zambia face complex situations when it comes to claiming their rights. Part of the problem is that information is largely unavailable to them or rarely packaged in formats that are accessible to enable them know which service providers should do something about their rights. In other instances, duty bearers are unaware of what actions to take in order to fulfill the rights of persons with disabilities. Deep in the heart of Kazungula district in Chief Mukuni's area in southern Zambia, young Vincent and Chipego are pursuing their dreams through education. Their desire to succeed in their education has been met with setbacks due to their intellectual disability. The two were enrolled in grade 1 at Nsongwe Primary School. After a while, one of the teachers told both the children to stop attending classes because the teacher suspected that they had intellectual disability. When this happened, parents to the two were very discouraged.
Kulina alikwenda kutalika chikolo mwana. Chikolo kuya ukazoea about 1 week. Then teacher baramba kuri bakabweza kose kwisya ma zilema mwendi mwezo mutole kwa mukuni ko kuri teacher bakonze kuno baisya mbwaka zokala mwana no kuinga kuchikolo no transport yo kuno mutola kwa mukuni ndanda kuija na kuli teili kinga kwa mukuni kuya ndana kuno enda uye ndana kuno vereka buye service yangu wakazokala chakandiyumina kuti ndizivise kuti dino abantu chavapa kuti tiri vamuyanda tavamuyandina bokuinda muluyo rwavo kulimbo vamuvona batumizezo ndari kuyeya kuti ino awa tiri vamuyanda nakuendera noruyo ndo vajesimbavo vavona kuti daa
Fortunately for the two, information reached them that there was a paralegal desk that helped persons with disabilities, including children, to access justice and social services.
So ndipa kulumba kuti Chipego tidari kuyera muvumi bwangu mewe kuti mane leza wakazotambura mipairo yakwe wali kunga daily kuri mawe tsinga kali kugwisa amwi akuti so ngandakara amenda yerosi ya misozi mama nyevo waita munditori kuchikola vana venu pambao varaiya vavali kavoto so ndakazobona kuti ndimwamirezo akazotambura mipairo ndakazobona vamwanza vakazoza
apariko vakatugwasira kuzomutora mwana kuinga kuchikolo uko muzumina kuya ari chino chindi uri kuinga kuchikolo
vakazotupandwida kuti tiswevo akavunga kavona mbuli Vincent Sombwavede ndo swe tuvereka musevezo kuti tuvone mbuli vene Vincent Muvavede tuakavunga kaitwa kuti parigo
ndiri kungwa kavotukamo kuti uri kukonja kuinga kuchikolo mwendi urakonja kujata kwa 10 zimwe urakonja kuno kulemba urakonja kuno kuyakunema omwindi wakonza noliberekera meserezo yako.
Ndamba kuti ndipakulumba kuli bugwase mbo mwatugwase kamboti ndali kuyera mu bumi bwangu kuti chipego kuli nayo itali kape chikolo. So muzvidirize mwamireza wamutambula mirimo njo mwateni njo mwandichitira migoro wangu ndapakulumba ndiyakuti ndakubenza mabonse nelamba amboti bakali kuyera kuti bana balatali kazikolo eno kuinda muli ndinyo ina bana beso atyalika kuteni kwiya so ndapakulumba maningi.
Clearly now the children are happy that they can continue with their education, thankfully due to the supportive policy of inclusive education and the right to education for children with disabilities as contained in the Persons with Disabilities Act of 2012. The school authorities are made aware of their duties towards children and learners with disabilities.
There's this organization that is moving around the village, so the children you will see are actually with disabilities. They are coming here to learn, and it is their right, and that children will not be taken back home like the way it was happening, where maybe probably because of a certain eventuality a child is told no, this child cannot accommodate. But we explain to the staff to accommodate the children and not to stigmatize them, but to consider them as human, as normal as we are, despite their challenges, either physical or mental. Inclusive education is education which those with disabilities and those without disabilities, they learn together. They learn together in one classroom, under the same teacher, using the same methodologies. Education is a right for all, and every child has to be educated. And it's a right of a child, whether with disability or without disability, to access education at every level.
Paralegal caseworkers working at community level are important resource for the community members to educate them on their rights and ensure the law as relates to persons with disabilities is followed.
So far I have two cases in Songwe village where I have my two clients. The first one is Vincent Kayombo, he's a boy, and the other one is Chipego Siamachira, she is a girl. These pupils were enrolled at Songwe Primary School to start grade 1. But unfortunately, in between the term, the named mistress said no, she could not handle them because those pupils, they needed a special teacher. This is the case where my two clients, Vincent Kayombo and Chipego Siamachira, were denied entry into school. So during my sensitization in that community, the two parents came up to me and said, Paralegal officer, we have the problems. You have said that no, your duty is to protect the right of a disabled person. But here is my son, Vincent. He has got a physical disability. At school, they stopped him from schooling. They said, no, you need a special teacher at Mukuni Primary School. Also, the mother to Chipego also came with the same report. So when I sat down with the parents, interviewing, then I opened up the file. After opening up the file, then I wrote the first letter of credit to the headmaster, Mr. Sialwindi. During the same day, Mr. Sialwindi replied the letter to me and invited me to go to Songwe Primary so that we can have a chat in the office. For sure, I went to the headmaster. The headmaster said, no, I don't know that there are some pupils who are denied entry in school. I don't know. So please, Mr. Mwanza, I would love to meet the parents and you so that we can iron out this problem. And for sure, we met the parents of those two kids, I as the paralegal and the headmaster at school. Then the issue was resolved. The boy and the girl were accepted in school. Now they are in school. As I'm speaking now, they are in school at Songwe Primary School. So because of that, I'm proud to say that I have achieved what I want to. Sure.
In order to advance the rights of persons with disabilities, Disability Rights Watch was founded in 2011 as a regional program of intervention with the practical objective to build the capacity of civil society in Southern Africa to independently promote, protect, and monitor the domestication of the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities.
Disability Rights Watch was formed in 2011 as a response to the fact that Zambia ratified the UN Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities in 2010. Our existence is primarily to promote, protect, and ensure the realization of the rights of persons with disabilities, not only in Zambia but also in the region. The program of action that we undertake in terms of access to justice for people with disabilities is a very integral part of our strategy, and we're very happy to see how the lives of people with disabilities have been transformed using the law. We have had very interesting cases where we've seen children with disabilities accessing education, we have seen elderly people accessing social protection, and we have seen other interventions going on in terms of change in the public attitudes through awareness raising and education. And we feel that it's the responsibility of everyone in society to play a role to ensure that persons with disabilities are not disadvantaged in any way in society. And that's why we have got all these paralegals spotted around the country that we support. The idea is to ensure that at community level, people with disabilities can begin to enjoy their rights and their dignity on an equal basis with everybody else.
A human rights-based approach is thus crucial to enable the full and effective participation of persons with disabilities in all aspects of life, including at community level.
We also want to express our gratitude to our cooperating partners who have supported the work we're doing and continue to do so. These, of course, include the European Union and the cooperation of Germany and Zambia through GIZ. And others who support our litigation work, both in the country and outside the country. We are very indebted to their support because it helps us a lot to ensure that we develop an inclusive society for all. And that is the aspiration that we have as a country, and that is what we are aspiring for even through our development plan, that we shall leave no one behind.
With support from the partners, DRW is implementing a project to enhance access to legal services through a well-structured partnership that provides paralegal services at community level. Through its paralegal officers, Disability Rights Watch is helping to protect the rights of persons with disabilities, as is the case in point of 2 school-going children who were denied access to education on the basis of their disabilities.